Yo, what's good, Raider Nation? It's your boy X-Ray. I am finally back. So if you've been following the channel, you've noticed I haven't posted for the past couple months. So in today's video, I'm going to tell y'all what I've been up to, where I've been the past couple months, and how I found myself in trouble with the law and ended up getting locked down and spending a little bit of time in jail. So now that that's all out of the way, let's get into today's video.
Just like prisoners, detainees' every move is controlled. They live in locked housing units and sleep 4 to a cell. 2 hours a day to use the outdoor recreation fields, and no internet. Telephones are the only access to the outside world. GO guards conduct head counts 5 times a day. And if you defy orders, disciplinary segregation.
Yo, what's good, Raider Nation? So today's video is going to be a little bit different. There's no stats, there's no mock drafts, there's no hot takes. Today I want to tell y'all my story and where I've been the past couple months. Most of y'all see the channel, the tattoos I do, the football takes, the shit talking, the editing, and the grind, but what y'all don't see is what was going on behind the scenes and how I ended up behind bars. And if I'm being honest, jail changed me forever. But first I want to take a quick second to thank everyone that supported me, from my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, my best friends, and everyone from Raider Nation that supported me since I've begun this journey and through my derailments. So thank you all again. It really does mean the world to me to have the support of Raider Nation. So before we get into the nitty gritty, the meat and the potatoes of this juicy jail tale, I just want to say that I'm not here to glorify jail. I'm not here to act tough or like it was cool or even clout chase. Because truthfully, there's nothing cool about losing your freedom. When those loud wrought iron doors close behind you for the first time, it really hits different. The realization sets in and everything slows down. You realize how much you took normal life for granted. The little things, freedom, silence, sunlight, family. Something as simple as using the restroom is now a calculated event. You really don't realize what your freedom means until it's gone. And today I'm going to tell you all about my experience of being locked up in a California jail, what I did to land myself inside, and why freedom should never be taken for granted. And you may be even asking yourself, what did you do? And once upon a time not long ago, when COVID had the world in a stranglehold, your boy was a full-time union carpenter and an up-and-coming tattoo artist. And let's not sugarcoat anything, I was a hustler. I decided I no longer wanted to work my 6 to 3 full-time job as a structural carpenter, and I wanted to run the streets and hustle full-time. Sounds like a silly decision, I know, but remember, this was a time when the institutional world had turned its back on the population. So I did what I needed to do to survive. I made some bad business decisions and ultimately paid the price. So as cliche as it sounds, crime really doesn't pay. I lost almost every single penny I had saved in legal fees, impound fees, restitution, debt repayments to my friends and family for covering costs for me while I was incarcerated. So if you find yourself faced with similar questionable decisions, I implore you to think of the consequences thoroughly before acting. Even something I thought was no big deal almost bought me 8 years in prison.
So just for some clarification, I do want to tell y'all what exactly it is I did, but I do want to avoid further incriminating myself, so I can't talk too much about the specifics of the case and my crimes. Even though I've already been convicted, it's all done, I'm already serving my time and doing all of that, I can't really divulge too much, but check this video out.
Right now, huh? Just sex. All kinds of vendors in here just selling their bomb bud. This is it.
People think being in jail is mainly a physical battle, the biggest to win type deal, but honestly the real battle is mental. You become hyper aware of everything, who's looking at you, who's moving weird. There's never really any chance to relax when you first get in there. The jail I was in had what are called pods. It's basically a 50-man megacell with a series of bunks that separates the main area from the common area. And really the only thing to do was walk laps around the common area that was about 50 feet long by about 15 feet wide. So after about 64 laps, you had a mile. So let's just say I got some miles in and some pounds lost. But honestly, even after you get out, part of that mentally follows you. There's anxiety. The first night I got home and got to sleep in my own bed, I woke up confused and disoriented. I thought I was still locked up and was in a panic. Real PTSD type shit. And I was only locked up for a few weeks, even though it felt like a lifetime. Now trust is a battle I face, trust in business partners. Now I feel like I'll always have trust issues with law enforcement, since seeing the COs or correctional officers treat us like we were subhuman. I even feel anger sometimes, a slight feeling of disconnection from normal life. You come home, but mentally you're not fully home yet. It takes a while. So if you've been locked up and you struggle with some of these things, feel free to reach out and leave me a comment saying recovering, and I'll shoot you my contact info, and I'd be glad to talk about some of the traumas we gained from in there. So as far as paying my debt to society, I was able to take a plea deal for my case in which I avoided jail time so long as I complete 120 days of work release, which is basically a program where I work a few days out of the week for the county in which I was hustling in, and I have to serve 2 years of felony probation. On top of getting my job as a union carpenter back, I'm now working a 7-day work schedule, which is extremely tough and also why I haven't really been able to upload. I simply just haven't had the energy. I'm not the type of person to half-ass anything I do, so best believe if I'm making a video for y'all, I'm bringing it and I'm giving it my all, and if I can't do that, then I don't want to give y'all anything that's not up to my standards. But I also thought my story could serve as a cautionary tale to those who walk the fine line of legitimate and illegitimate. And weirdly enough, one of the things that helped me mentally was football, specifically Raiders football, because the Raiders represent something people don't understand: the outsiders, the misfits, the people praying for and living on a second chance. The Raiders had always been a home for amazing football players who didn't quite fit the mold of society or meet the status quo. The Raiders have always been the outcasts, the rebels, the misunderstood ones. People hate Raider Nation. People stereotype Raider fans. People write us off. And honestly, a lot of us relate to that. A lot of Raider fans come from the struggle, working class people, people that make mistakes, people that are trying to rebuild themselves. That's why this channel has become much bigger than football for me. This channel gave me purpose again. When you've been through the dark moments, you start realizing purpose is everything. Instead of burying myself in self-doubt and woes, I remember that Raider Nation is always there like a family, and I became remotivated to bring y'all real, uncut, raw Raider reality checks. Y'all watch this channel go from almost nothing to a real community. Every sub, every comment, every conversation has helped me more than anyone will realize, and we're still so close to our goal of 1,000 subs, and hell yeah, I'm still getting that tattoo on a live stream, and thankfully it won't be a prison tat, baby. What people don't really tell you though is jail follows you after jail. Jobs judge you, people judge you. You constantly feel like the past is sitting on your back. And you fight this mental battle of, am I always going to be seen as who I used to be? That's why I respect anybody that's trying to change their lives. Because honestly, that's kind of what the Raiders have been trying to do. Rebuild identity, fight through dysfunction, overcome mistakes, and try to become respected again. That's why myself and Raider Nation connect to this team differently than other fans and other franchises. So my message to Raider Nation is, if anybody watching this is struggling mentally or feels trapped by their past, please hear me clearly. Your worst moment does not define your future. You can rebuild, you can evolve, you can become something better. And if you're dealing with any of the above mentioned, please leave me a comment saying recovering, and I'd be glad to shoot you my contact info and we can talk about it. That's why the Raider Nation means a lot more to me than just football. This channel's become therapy for me in a way. So if you've supported this channel, I genuinely thank you. And if you want more real life conversations like this mixed with some Raider content, let me know down in the comments. Much love, Raider Nation, and as always, it's been the Raider Reality Check, where we keep it real, we keep it raw, and we keep it a $110 for the nation. I'll see you guys on the next one, and it's X-Ray signing off.